What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I decided to pursue a career in many industries. One of them is finance.
I was in real estate and banking.
What was the biggest year you had?
Middle 8 figures.
So 50 mil.
You know, middle could be anywhere from somewhere to somewhere.
400 million?
$400 million?
Yeah.
What is your best sales and negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Best negotiation advice I can give anybody is believe in what you're doing and know your numbers inside and out.
When you make a sale, wrap it up.
Number 1.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. You're the Wall Street man. What's your
I
nickname?
am Einstein of Wall Street.
The Einstein of Wall Street. This is incredible. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I decided to pursue a career in many industries. One of them is finance. Obviously, I've been a trader on the floor of the stock exchange for 137 years. I went to high school with George Washington. I was here for the inauguration, and that's what I do.
Let me ask you this.
My man,
How old are you now?
I've been 55 for 10 years.
65.
I stopped counting. No,
Stopped
I'm
counting.
55.
He's 55.
Yeah, that's all a function of 55. You know what? Age is not that important either. You know, for me, I'm on the board of 5 different companies. I run 7 companies. I trade $500 million a day of stock in there. Today, how did my day? You'd be amazed. I did 2 TV shows, 4 podcasts, 2 YouTube videos. I traded the market till 4 o'clock, and I'm coming to talk to you.
And now
So,
you're doing an interview with the school.
and there you go, and I'm doing an interview with you. So there's no end what you can do with energy and love for what you're doing.
8 out of 10 businesses that start, they won't make it past 5 years. What's the most common mistake that you see business owners make that prevents them from scaling and having that longevity like yourself?
People fall in love with an idea and they don't necessarily look at, it's important to have, Marcus Lemonis, he's a billionaire who invests in young people's company, talks about people, process, product, and profits, right? People need to really identify whether their idea and their business is going to be profitable, right? And it's going to be able to employ other people and not just fall in love with an idea, because not every business is going to work. You've really got to examine it and see, is it going to work? And if it works, pursue it. If it doesn't, don't be so in love with yourself and your idea that you lose sight of the long game.
In other words, you got to kind of detach that emotion from it.
100%. Same thing with the stock market. I teach people to trade the market, and people will fall in love with the trade. Will get wrapped up in their own ego and not really understand. Nobody got bored taking a profit. So that's important.
What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Oh, I don't ever talk about money because money is really not that important. If you look at the internet, some people say I'm worth $1.8 billion. If you were to ask my family, they'd go, if that's true, they'd like to know where it is. So money is really, people will ask me if I'm rich, and I will say, absolutely, I'm rich. I have a really great family. I have a job that I love. I'm able to, for me, it's not important to die with the most toys. That's really not that important. At the end of the game, if I can motivate, inspire, and empower other people to be their best self, then I'm a rich person. The cash part, look, cash does equal freedom. It doesn't equal happiness. We know that. There are a lot of miserable millionaires out there. So the money part is not that important. But surely it's something that you need.
What's the best industry people should be looking to get into right now?
I talk to young people all the time, and I would say to them, walk around your school and look at what phone they're on, what computer they use, what shoes they wear, what social media they're on, and what they do in their spare time, right? Because we are the greatest consumer generation of all time. We are also the most loyal consumers, right? We love Starbucks, we love Apple, we love Nike, we love all these things. And so find companies that you love, the people, the process, the product, and the profitability, and go after that, right? Do your homework. Don't look for the shortcut. It's not about a get-rich-quick scheme.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure, man.
Number 2.
Excuse me, sir. How did you get rich? How did you get rich? Real quick, I have the biggest business media channel in the world with 15 million followers. I've interviewed Tom Cruise, Mark Cuban. Could I get 1 minute with you real quick? It's for the younger generation. I'll show you the channel right here, real quick. Right here. So,
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in? Movies?
with Tom Cruise.
That's great.
So how did you get rich? What industry were you in?
I was in real estate and banking.
In banking, so the finance side of real estate.
Yeah, but I got out of banking a long time ago.
Why is that?
Just because the environment changed so much. So mostly real estate.
Development, brokering.
Development.
Here in Miami or where?
No, in Midwest.
In the Midwest, why?
Because I was born there, and I used to come down here to Florida whenever the weather would get too cold up there.
Are you still building right now?
Yeah.
Why
I'm
not?
retired.
You made
I'm
your
done.
money? You made your money?
I'm done.
Actually-
I've monetized everything. I'm out.
In 1 year, what was the biggest year you had?
Middle 8 figures.
So 50 mil.
You know, middle could be anywhere from
Right. So-
somewhere to somewhere.
What's the best financial advice you ever got throughout your career?
When you make a sale, wrap it up.
Don't talk past the sale. Why is that so important?
Well, think about it. If, let's say, a guy comes in and wants to buy shoes from you, and he has his mind set on a pair of shoes, and you see him and he wants to spend money with you, right? But yet you then show him 5 other pairs of shoes, and then he gets so confused he just walks out,
That's
doesn't
such a good
buy
idea.
any.
Nobody talks about that.
When you make a sale, wrap it up.
Real quick. I need like 2 or 3 more with you. Give me your best negotiation advice.
Don't negotiate against yourself.
What do you mean?
Meaning that let the guy tell you what he wants to do rather than God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a
You
reason.
need to listen.
Twice as much listening as you do talking.
What was the lowest point in your career as an entrepreneur?
I would say I was 21 years old and I had moved to California. I had saved up all my money during high school and college. I'd saved some money up. And I graduated from college and I moved out to California to pursue a career in residential real estate finance. And it was commissions only. And I would say after about 3 months, I ran out of money living in California.
You went broke.
I did. And I came home on a red eye that my dad bought me a ticket back to Miami. Came into the house that morning and he looked at me and he handed me what was the equivalent of like $1,000 back then and said, get back out there. There's nothing for you here. Get your ass back out there.
Were you ever afraid of competition?
Never.
Why not?
Because that's just the way our system works. Our system works on that basis. I was an athlete as a kid, so I always competed and I was never afraid of somebody.
Were you a good salesman?
I hated sales, but I had to do it, so I guess so.
Give me one more nugget about sales that's not taught in school.
I would say there's 2 things. It's statistical, so the more people you see, the more chances you will have at making a sale. And I have a very close friend of mine who's in insurance sales. See the guy, ask him to buy.
Oh, that's
it.
Gabe. Come on. I appreciate you, man.
All right,
that
man.
was some
What's
beautiful
your name?
advice. James Dumoulin, sir.
James,
Yeah.
nice to
And
meet
last nugget for the younger generation. One more message for them. Last nugget. I know you got to get out of here. Give me one more lesson for the younger generation.
If you're young and you start making money, keep your hands out of your pockets. That's the only other thing.
Wow. Hey, sir, you got amazing advice. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you, man.
Number 3.
All right, you guys, so we're in the car heading to interview the billionaire Todd Graves right now, but I gotta point something out before we do this interview. This is gonna be the 25th billionaire that I've ever interviewed. And you wanna know the craziest part? Guys, I've interviewed billionaires across tech, to real estate, to law, to retail, but never have I ever interviewed somebody that got billionaire rich from opening up fast food restaurants and selling chicken tenders. So this is gonna be unlike any interview that I've ever done before, and I cannot wait to figure out his secrets to becoming a billionaire. With that being said, let's go meet Todd. All right, you guys, so we just got to the OG Cane's location out here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is where it all started, you guys. Started here, now it's over 900 locations. So we're gonna be interviewing him at the OG. We're gonna be linking up with him any minute right now for you guys. Come on. How you doing, Todd?
Great, man. How you doing?
Doing great. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you
Very
too. How
happy to
y'all
be out
doing, man?
here.
Love your
We're
stuff,
doing well.
man. I love all of them. It's like
Thank you
it's
so
always
much.
in my feed. When you do new one, it pops right up. I think
appreciate
they're
that.
great, man.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Oh man, we're great. I really appreciate you coming down to Baton Rouge to do this.
And you got 4 avid Cane's people in Austin right here.
Man, that's great. Well, this is the mothership, man. That's where it all started, right here.
Yeah,
So
we love learning from successful people, and we're just super happy to be here.
I appreciate it. I like how you make it relatable. People watching, it's entertaining, but they learn something. So it's great.
Absolutely. I have one rule for the video: no holding back. You give them the secrets on what it takes to become rich.
Okay, great.
Can we make that happen?
I can do that.
Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
Easy.
I'll do my best.
Who am I here with today?
Todd Graves, founder of Raising Cane's.
And for those who don't know, what is your business?
My business is chicken fingers. I serve chicken finger meals and great tea and lemonade, and actually do it all over the country and parts of the world.
Now, how did you get into the chicken finger business, right? Like, for those that don't know, what was that turning point getting into this business?
I grew up in high school and college working in restaurants, so I really liked it. I was always entrepreneurial. I was the kid that in the neighborhood had the lemonade stand, and I cut grass for dollars. So just natural thing for me was go into my own business, and then I knew restaurants.
Take me back to college. You had a class where you proposed chicken tenders as a business idea, and you got the lowest grade in the class.
I did. Look, I presented the Bible on chicken fingers. I worked in the business, so I knew exactly what I needed to do. But the professor gave it the worst grade in the class because he said the plan was good, but the concept will never work. Serving just chicken fingers while other restaurants at the time were adding menu items, variety, they're adding healthy items, said it would never work.
But you didn't listen to other people. You didn't listen to people that doubted you.
Oh, you know what? If you're an entrepreneur, you use that as fuel. When someone tells you can't do it, you get a chip on your shoulder and you're like, I will show you I'll do it.
So let's talk to people right now that are either doubting themselves, they're facing a lot of rejection. Rejection's inevitable. When we started this channel, I'd go up to people off the street and I'd get 20, 30 rejections in a row. How did you deal with rejection early on, before you had the credibility, before you proved the model? How did you kind of deal with it and built that mental framework as an entrepreneur?
I use rejection as fuel. Every time somebody told me, hey, this will never work, I was like, you know what? I'll prove it to you that I will make it. And every time that I started doubting myself, I thought, you know what? You believe in yourself and you have this dream and you know it'll work. So believe in yourself, work hard, and make it happen.
Tell me the story about how you got the money to start that first business, because the restaurant business, it's capital intensive. In today's world, banks aren't really lending money to restaurants. Maybe they once used to. How did you get the money to start your first location?
I got turned down by every banker in town, so I knew I had to raise my own money. So literally, I caught a plane to Anchorage, Alaska, caught a float plane to King Salmon, Alaska, hitchhiked to Naknek, Alaska. I spent a month on the tundra in a tent before I got a job commercial fishing in Alaska. Look, so when you can't get money. It's very, very hard to get money. You got to make money yourself. And there's tons of jobs if you're willing to work hard. I don't know if I'd recommend now someone doing the dangerous jobs I did, like Alaskan fishing, but you can earn money to get in business. And so once you earn enough money yourself, there's also great programs. The SBA lending is outstanding. The government backs the bank. It's up to like 90%, right? So they can be more lenient with the loans they do to get entrepreneurs like me getting started. Other great government agencies like Small Business Development Center that'll help you with advice, Service Corps of Retired Executives. I used all these resources and really learned a lot to help me start my business.
Did you borrow money from a bank to start your business?
Yeah, once I raised a lot of my own personal equity, about $50,000, I was able to go in and get a small SBA loan for $50,000. And I was able to get this old place here, dilapidated old restaurant space, and do the work myself and to be opened up in 1996.
What did you learn about negotiating with banks?
If you know your numbers, you have to know your numbers inside and out, and you have to believe in them. Low, mediums, and highs. And the low you put on, which is break even, that the business will work on the low end. The medium projections are, I think I'll do this, and we're going to make good money. And then there's a high projections. Look, if this thing really kicks off, we're going to have a lot of good money, and we're going to be able to pay you back your loan quicker.
So as somebody who sold billions of dollars throughout your career, what is your best sales and negotiation advice for anybody in business?
Best negotiation advice I can give anybody is believe in what you're doing and know your numbers inside and out. And don't let people talk you down on your numbers. If they work, they work. Because if they don't like them, then go to somebody else. Somebody else eventually will.
If they don't, somebody's able to get the deal done.
Absolutely, and I'm living proof of that.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
$400 million?
$400 million?
Yeah.
So what is your net worth?
I'm north of $20 billion.
North of, you said
$20 billion.
$20 billion?
Yeah.
As a billionaire, what's the best financial advice you've ever received?
I almost broke our business. I over-levered it. I was young and I was growing, over-leveraging, taking too much debt on. I felt 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And then when Hurricane Katrina hit, we were in a bind. I had 21 to 28 restaurants go down. I had to pay the banks. I was in a bad bind. We reopened quickly, thank goodness, and go. But since that day, I've never over-leveraged our business. I don't take on too much debt. I grow with more equity. That's a smart thing to do.
How many locations do you have now?
We have over 900 locations in the U.S. and the Middle East.
Over 900 locations.
Over 900, yeah.
This is the original location right here. You went from 1 to 10 to 100 to 900 locations. What is your secret to scaling a business?
Do one thing and do it better than anybody else. Focus on that. Know what you're good at and execute it on a daily basis, then scale.
What was that one thing that you did better than anybody else?
That's chicken finger meals, man. You have to have an amazing product and service. And in restaurants, you have to have something that's craveable, absolutely craveable, that people think about, they want it often. If you have a mediocre product, you'll never make it. And also, too, is where these young entrepreneurs, they'll start businesses and then they'll start branching out in different products and services. They lose focus of what they're really good at. Focus on the one thing you do great. Mine is craveable chicken finger meals. Yours might be something else, but stick to it, execute great, and then grow it.
You've had a lot of people telling you that, you got to expand the menu, you got to diversify, but you know that if you focus on that one thing and do it better than anybody else, it'll take care of itself.
Yeah, absolutely. If you try to be all things to all people, you don't satisfy anybody. Do what people love and do it exceptionally well, day in, day out.
You own over 90% of Cane's.
I do, yeah.
What percentage of Cane's do you own?
91, 92%, something like that.
So how important is it to maintain ownership and equity in the business?
If you take on owners in your business, investors that are sophisticated, they might have different intentions than you do, right? All I have to listen to is my crew and my customers. And so since I own the business, I get to make the right decisions based on the long-term success of the business. So for example, if it's a bad year, let's say sales aren't as high as they should be, let's say food cost goes up, I don't have to make short-term decisions to do short-term gains. decisions. I don't have to lower wages. I don't have to raise prices. I can do the right decisions, stick to what I'm doing for long-term success.
Now, there's a lot of chicken finger restaurants. Have you ever been afraid of competition?
You know what? I love competition, man. It fuels you up, so I love it. I love it when competition goes out there. This is the United States, man. I mean, more people that come up and try to do what I'm doing, go for it. But you better be ready, because no one's going to outwork me. No one's going to care about their crew more. And you know what? Keep going, because I get fired up when I hear of another competitor coming up and raising up, because I'm going to do our job that much better.
But you're worth over $20 billion. Are you still motivated to keep on going?
Man, like day one, for me, this is a purpose-driven business. What I can do with hiring people and having a great place to work, and what I can do for the money I can give back to communities, that for me just drives me. It's having purpose is what's important. I think when you start your business, you have this dream, and that dream is to have, for me, was to have a great place serving great chicken and people enjoying themselves, right? And having a great place for people to work. But as you get older and mature in your business, you start realizing you have a purpose. And my purpose was hiring great people in and having a great job. My purpose was being able to take money that we make and give it back to the communities, and that's what drives me every morning.
So you never got complacent?
Never got complacent, never will.
Why not?
Because I have this great purpose, right? And so right now, if I'm worth $20 billion, most of that money is going to go back to help people. What if I can turn that into 40? What if I can turn that into 60? What if my kids can turn it into hundreds of billions of dollars? That can really help people out there.
It's safe to say that you're not thinking in days, you're thinking in decades. You think very long term.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking next generation. How do we keep this going, and how do we continue to help people? See, me and my family, we believe people aren't here to serve us, we're here to serve them. And by scaling the business and growing and doing these things, we can do really big impacts someday.
To lead is to serve.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Give me your best leadership advice for anybody in business right now, because leadership's the downfall of even some of the biggest companies in the world. What's your best leadership advice to somebody who's the number one of their company right now?
Lead by example and lead people by their hearts and minds. They see me working in the restaurants. They know I'm working late at night. They know I'm always taking care of my crew, so they work hard for me, and that's why we have such great customer service. Believe in people, take care of people. That's the best way to lead.
Have you ever been fucked over in business?
Oh, man. I mean, look, people come and go. I mean, for everything from contractors that don't do what they're supposed to do, everybody else. But you learn from that and you move on. Look, I think you learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes. And we're constantly getting knocked back. There's some bad people out there that want to take advantage of you. Surround yourself by good people. Trust, but verify. And if they screw you over, then move on. Don't do business with them anymore.
I'm going to challenge you, right? Take me back to the most life-changing, pivotal conversation you had.
One of my mentors told me once, Todd, concentrate more on progress rather than perfection. I want to do everything so perfect. Let's say it's a new training manual. I wouldn't release it because I kept just whiting it out and trying to make it perfect. I was halting progress of the business. Think about it as progress. That one training program can be version 1. You can be on version 100 a year from now, but don't halt your progress just because you want it to be perfect, because it's your baby.
If you lost everything tomorrow, could you make it all back?
Absolutely, I could. Yeah, absolutely. If everything lost in this, I would stick to the restaurant business because I know it. I think it's important to stick to what you know. But I'd look for another craveable product. I'd look at something I could focus on and I could build a team around to focus on, and then I'd scale it.
You believe in God?
I do believe in God. Look, I think God made me good at chicken fingers to help people, right? And so that's my purpose.
So if you were to teach a master class, give me a lesson about business right here that is not taught in school.
You have to have a great product or service to be good in business, to make money, right? To sustain it. The most important thing is, are you ready to do it? I tell young entrepreneurs, think how hard it is to start your business and then multiply that by infinity. And if you're still committed to it, then you can be a success. You don't have quality of life when you're starting a business. The workload is amazing. The risk tolerance has to be very high. It's very risky of just your time and the money you put into it. If other people invest in your business, it's a risk for them. There's a lot of pressure that goes with it, but if you're able to withstand it, then you will be successful. So many amazing business ideas came up that stopped because they gave up. My best advice I can give a young entrepreneur when they're getting started is never, ever, 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 ever give up. Believe in yourself and make it happen.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
I don't think everybody's cut out to be an entrepreneur. You have to have a high risk tolerance. You have to be able to give up work-life balance. You have to work just insane hours and keep yourself going. And it's okay if you're not, but you have to be committed to that kind of crazy life if you want to actually be an entrepreneur. I had a quote that got me through. Actually, it's my quote. It's like, nothing ever happens unless somebody pursues a vision fanatically. You have to be a fanatic. Fanaticism is what will get you through.
What do billionaires do differently from millionaires?
The only difference between millionaire business owners and billionaire business owners are scale. It's just that want to grow, growing like crazy, because $1 million businesses are great. You've done the hard part. Grow it and scale it, and you'll become a billionaire.
And don't give up.
And never, ever, ever give up.
How old are you now?
I'm 53 now.
Todd, me and you died tomorrow, and you had one guiding principle to leave with the younger generation. What would that be?
My advice to people would be good to people and leave this world better than you found it.
You got amazing advice, sir. Thank you so much for your time, man.
I appreciate it.
I got to get some chicken tenders, though.
Hell yeah, you do. This is a mothership. You got to eat here, man. This is where it all started. So they're about to have their first meal from the mothership with sweet tea or lemonade?
I'm a sweet tea guy.
Yeah, me too. I'm a sweet tea guy, too. With extra sauce, right?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Here's the box combo.
This is it right here.
Same thing.
This is quality right here.
Nothing's changed on this menu for 29 years.
Yep.
So good. I still eat it all the time.
How did you come up with the sauce right here?
Well, I can tell you, but you know the old adage there, you're going to have to kill you.
Yep.
Stays a secret, just me and the dog know. You know, we make it fresh in-house at all of our restaurants. So we have components you put together, but like spice packs and different things that go in it. Nobody knows what that is. So people get close. Love to see it on social media, like people do the recipe, and I'm like, you missed a few things.
A lot of restaurant owners, they struggle with like margins, right, in like the food business. How have you kind of overcome that?
It's really tough, man. So
Margins, all volume.
Margins for us is very tight. It's between 5 cents and 10 cents on a dollar if you're doing really well. And so you have to do that with sales. So for us, we do large volumes because we make such small margins. So it's push the top line, and be smart with the bottom line, but always better quality, better service, even if it costs you more, pays off in the end. So one of our values is sales driven, but still being profit smart, but be sales driven.
Right. All right, you guys, that's a wrap on today's video with the legend Todd Graves, the founder of Raising Cane's Chicken.